Saturday's Barclays Premier League action kicks off at the KC Stadium, where Hull City welcome Chelsea. Hull followed up their impressive 6-0 demolition of Fulham with a disappointing 2-0 loss to Liverpool on New Year's Day. Despite that, they remain in the top half of the table after 20 games, having vastly exceeded early season expectations. Chelsea continued their push for a first title in 4 years with a 3-0 away win at Southampton last time out. Midfielder Oscar started on the bench at St Mary's, but came on in the second half to change the game with 2 assists and a goal. This week it's the turn of UK football writer Liam Twomey to give his predictions.
Well, Hull are pretty strong at home. They've only lost twice, but Chelsea are unbeaten in 8. They're learning more to play on the counter-attack under Mourinho, and I think they won't score freely because their strikers, they don't have any good strikers, but they'll win 2-1, I think.
Old Trafford is the setting for Saturday's evening kick-off, with Manchester United hosting Swansea City for the second time this week. Sunday's FA Cup defeat against the Swans followed a 2-0 league loss to Tottenham Hotspur, condemning David Moyes' men to back-to-back home losses for the second time in a month. Swansea's fantastic win in the FA Cup doesn't disguise a poor run of league form, where they now haven't won in 6 games, and after sitting safely in mid-table for most of the season, are now just 4 points off the drop zone.
Well, Manchester United are a mess at the moment, but they're equally, I don't think they're as bad as 3 straight defeats suggests, and I can't see, Swansea weren't in particularly good form before they beat them at Old Trafford. I can't see them winning at Old Trafford twice in a week. I think without Rooney and Van Persie it'll be close, but I think United will win 1-0.
Stoke were left deflated after Everton snatched a point in injury time on New Year's Day. However, the draw does mean Mark Hughes' side are now unbeaten in 7 games at the Britannia, and the Welshman should have Stephen Ireland available again after recovering from a hamstring strain. Liverpool recovered from back-to-back defeats over Christmas by beating Hull. Luis Suarez continued his scintillating form with his 20th goal of the season. Daniel Agger also found the net against Hull, but could miss Sunday's game with a calf injury.
Luis Suarez has got to be the main man in this one. He scored 11 goals in 7 games. Chelsea and Manchester City kept him quiet. I don't think Stoke have the tools to do that. They are pretty good at home, Stoke, but they haven't faced anyone like Suarez, so I think Liverpool will win 2-0.
Villa ended a 6-game winless run and started the year on a high with a 1-0 victory at Sunderland. They're one of only 3 teams that have beaten their weekend opponents this season, having earned a shock 3-1 victory at the Emirates on opening day. Arsenal have been left stunned by the news that Theo Walcott will miss the rest of the season after suffering a cruciate ligament injury in last weekend's FA Cup win against Spurs. Arsene Wenger's side haven't lost at Villa Park since 1998, and with the Villains having already been beaten 6 times at home this season, the Gunners will be favourites to avenge that opening day defeat.
Arsenal are the best away team in the league. Aston Villa are the 2nd worst home team in the league. They really struggle when they try and break teams down. Arsenal won't necessarily give them that problem because they'll dominate the ball. But I think Arsenal are good enough to negate any game plan Villa have, especially with Giroud and Ozil back. I think they win 2-1.
Elsewhere at the weekend, Liam predicts wins for Everton, Fulham, Tottenham and Manchester City, with draws called at the Cardiff City Stadium and St Mary's. And remember, you can use the Goal Live Match Centre to keep up to date with all the action.